Good evening, and welcome to another incendiary episode of Diatribes from the Voice of Doom. Here's your idiotic and idiosyncratic host, Voice of Doom. Hello. Alright, I'm back, and I have nothing planned, and I have a lot of crap going through my head that I want to rant and rave and rage about, but I don't think I have it all put together, so this will either be a good one or a pile of crap. Now, we are fast approaching a milestone in the annals of history, the 2-year anniversary of Diatribes, and just as I thought, there are now millions and millions of people tuning in to YouTube every day to see what I have to say. That was my plan 2 years ago. And I have like 16 subscribers and a couple people that might jump on board. So yeah, things aren't happening quite as quickly as I thought. But I'm getting miffed, as I've always been, about having to watch the mainstream media, and I include everybody that's got anything. Levin, Blaze, Glenn Beck, I don't give a crap who it is. They're all saying what I've been saying for 2 years, and they're saying it like it's something new. That we're doomed. They're not pussyfooting around anymore. And I'm tired of them jumping on my bandwagon. Because for the last 2 years it's been, just wait till the election. We will voice our dissent at the ballot box, and then everything will change. You guys just don't get it, and I'm getting sick of even doing these stupid-ass diatribes. We are heading toward worldwide annihilation, and nobody gives a crap. And I'm sick of talking about it. And I have to waste my stupid-ass time talking about distractions. Cocaine found in the White House. Oh, we don't know anything about it, but we're going to get to the bottom of it. Doesn't matter who left it there. The fact that it was there at all just shows that we have a defunct so-called government of a moribund country. We're not a country anymore, and anybody that says we are, I don't want to hear that from you. Don't even say we have a country, because we don't. We have a landmass covered with malignant bacteria. And that's all we have, because there's every reason in the world for insurgents to take action. And they don't have the guts to do it. So don't put your tattoos and don't carry your flags around in your AK-47s and talk about, oh, America, the land of the free, I'll fight to the death. You won't fight to the death. So don't even talk about it. Get tired of I don't even hear it from anybody, but if I did hear it, I know they're full of crap. Idaho, Montana, militias, Minutemen. Give me a break. If they had 1 ounce of gumption, they would put their life on the line and they would take out this government. I'm not going to go any further than that. The government as an entity and a social construct should be overthrown. And if we don't do it, we're only digging our own graves. But can I talk about that? Can I talk about China? Can I talk about the fact that they want to be dominant in Asia? And when they make their move, they're going to do it in concert with sabotaging many parts of what used to be the United States. So that we'll be too busy scurrying around, trying to get the lights back on and trying to get the internet back up to worry about what's going on in the China Sea. They're smart over there, and we're dumb. And it's obvious. So don't even tell me differently. Asian people are smarter than we are because we've made stupidity the the de rigueur thing to aspire to. Let's aspire to be as stupid as possible. And if I can make a lot of money as a talk show host or whatever, a commentator, a tout, then I will do so. I will expound on my stupidity. And now they're starting to actually say things, but they're not going to do anything about it. They're actually catching up with what is so old, hackneyed, that I said 2 years ago. So, something weird's going on. The government's totally corrupt. Nobody's doing anything about it. And they're going after Orangey all the time. And mainstream media are talking about things that you would only see it in some weird conspiracy theory, satirical YouTube feed 2 or 3 years ago. And now Fox News is talking about, let's watch this video from Petri Dish. He hasn't blinked in 2 minutes. They play the video, and they say it's kind of strange that he hasn't blinked once. Is it editing? Is it Photoshop? Is he an alien? They're talking about this, and they're, putting credence in ideas that are outlandish, but totally possible. I think there's many alien life forms that are running our so-called government. And if they're not running it, they've done a lot of damage. We'll talk about Lizard Man, the lizard, Schiff, who's not a human being. You're not going to convince me of that. Skinbag, Nadler, who's not a human being. Nancy Pelosi, not a human being. I don't know what they are. But I got to waste my stupid ass time talking about cocaine found in the White House that they have no idea where it came from. And I have to say the obvious thing that everybody says, well, if this was Orangey in office and they found cocaine in the White House, everybody would be talking about it to the end of the earth. They'd be talking about it forever. That's all they talk about. How lax the security, our national security is at risk. They found a little envelope full of cocaine while Orangey was in office. Now you see why we hate him so. But in this case, no one really cares. Fox News might care, The Blaze might care, the talk radio shows might care. And they know, they already say it. They don't even bother thinking about getting to the bottom of anything. Everybody knows that nobody gets to the bottom of anything ever. There is no bottom, for one thing, and if they do get to the bottom of anything, then they realize they'll destroy the entire apparatus of what used to be a sort of governmental system. But we got to talk about cocaine. Okay, we got to talk about transgender. That's the main topic that everybody's concerned about. It's obviously a straw man, something to keep us at each other's throats so they can allow whatever happens to happen. This so-called government wants China to take over the world. Why? I don't know. Because Petri Dish got $10 million, and so he's looking the other way during all this. Talk about transgenderism. Okay. The CDC, instead of worrying about what pandemic may occur in the next few weeks due to gain of function, avian flu that could go, it's zoological, zootropic, whatever the hell you want to call it. It spread from animals to humans, birds. Birds are everywhere, or at least they used to be. And if they're carrying a flu that is highly toxic to what used to be human beings, then we're in big trouble. But is the CDC worried about that? No. They're very worried about coming up with ideas to help transgendered women lactate. Now, this is so absurd that Monty Python would not accept it as a premise for one of their skits. We're looking to affirm the gender identity of anybody who says they're anything, to allow and create chemicals and create treatments to allow biological males, got nothing to lose by saying that, to lactate so that they can breastfeed their offspring. What those offspring are going to become, if they survive, only the upper superior forces in this universe know. And I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know if they're going to help us, or I don't know if they're just going to allow us to destroy ourselves. But for the CDC to spend all their time worrying about, you know what's coming next. It's so obvious. We want transgender women to be able to lactate so they can breastfeed. And as long as we're at it, when we put a fake phallus on transgender males, they should be able to ejaculate sperm. So let's spend all our time talking about and working on scientific methods. Spend billions. Just get some sort of a grant from what used to be the government for about $100 billion in order to facilitate the ejaculation of live sperm from trans men. So that's where we're going, that's where we're at, and I am saying get rid of it. If we don't destroy the status quo in the next few days, I wash my hands of it, as P. Pilate said 2,000 years ago. I'm washing my hands of all this, because nothing's going to be done, and people are going more and more nuts. They're having cows, and everybody walking around that has half a brain is going, we're in big trouble, and something big's going to happen soon. But there's only one thing to be done about it, and it's a concerted effort to overthrow. And that's going to take planning, and it's going to take action, and it's going to take sacrifice. The second used to be American Revolution. It's got to happen. It's not going to be a revolution like Antifa and these idiots that just riot and then loot. That's not accomplishing a damn thing. It's going to take a real insurrection, a real revolution by people that say, if we're going to survive, we have to rid ourselves of this cancer, of this malignant leadership. Well, I won't say leadership. All of them, gone. Every last one of them. And it may come to the fact that you can't just go through the proper judicial proceedings, because the judiciary system, the Department of Justice, is corrupt. So to say we're going to get the Gestapo to arrest Schicklgruber and Himmler and Goering and the rest of them, it's not going to fly. You got to get rid of all of them. Gestapo, the top echelon, the SS, everybody. That's what they did in World War II, and that's why we won, and that's why it took 5 years, less than 5 years, to be done with that scourge. But we're not going to do it this time, because nobody has the guts. Don't talk to me about patriotism. Don't talk to me about anything. The only people that are brave enough to put their life on the line are going to do it for some Central Asian, European country. They're not going to do it for what used to be America. They might be down in Bolivia or wherever in a few years, not that we have that long. And they'll sacrifice their lives for that. So it's just a rant. I think it was not too bad. I didn't plan it. I just want to rant because I am up to my usual failings. And I'm going to take it out on Petri Dish and his entire regime of corrupt, putrid petri dishes of putrefied excrement of diseased jackals. That's what they are. So we'll leave it there. It's 15 minutes. I think I said enough. And enjoy my rage. And I either will keep doing this or just give up, because why bother? I can wait for 6 months for everybody to catch up with what I've already said and then start again. But we don't have 6 months, so forget that. So enjoy what's left of your lives, and good night.